I was in a vehicle on the way up to Coffs Harbour to see some of my officers up there, and had a micro sleep on the way up, and the road curved and I didn't. I was on cruise control at 100 kilometres an hour and smashed into an empty caravan being towed the other way. I started back at work part-time on suitable duties about 5 months after the accident. Work was very supportive in terms of grading that return, and it gave me a focus, a target, a goal. I made it back to full hours, full duties in 10 months, 2 weeks and 3 days, including having driven past the crash site and back. It was absolutely integral to my recovery to stay connected, and that was initiated by initially my line manager and my team. Phone calls from all levels of rank, from the region where I was geographically based, as well as my command, who were largely based in Sydney. I would have regular visits from both my line management and from the region command. My workplace did everything reasonable that they could think of to accommodate my return to work. They were coming up with suggestions and solutions even before the return to work plan was in place, suggesting amendments to the geographical area, how accessible my office would be, allowing me, for example, to park in a different car spot from time to time so that it would be more accessible when I was on crutches. People would help me, for example, carry anything I needed carrying. They would come to me if I couldn't go to them. Carpooling. Initially, they arranged for me to be able to cyber commute for more of the administrative things initially. And then they were very graded in the return of the duties. I'm doing the same role that I did before. The geographical area has changed so that I'm not doing anywhere near the length of driving, and I don't do the overnight trips anymore. I have taken on some different kinds of assessments as well, and so in some ways my role has expanded. And in pretty much every other way, it is as it was. Returning to work allowed me to do the things that make me who I am, where I was not a helpless victim, and there were things within my control that I could do. My support team would include, but not be limited to, the Work Health Safety Coordinator, the Region Human Resources, the Quality Assurance Manager from Region, my team, the Chief Psychologist. The Wellbeing Services Coordinator was the first person that was called from the scene of the accident, and she has been extraordinarily supportive ever since. My colleagues as well, some of whom came up and helped to carry my load at different times, and the Recon support team. Returning to work allowed me to do the things that make me who I am. It allowed me meaningful progress. It allowed me to be very functional, independent, capable. And it, aside from providing a lot of the normal life and the normal social supports that come with that, it really then also helped with me not feeling helpless and weak and leaving that behind. That key moment in my recovery was a return to the beach. I do get emotional thinking about it. The beach is very important to me, and because of the instability of the sand and movement of water, I had been fairly confident for a few years that I would never be able to get back on and into the beach as I had before the accident. And it was such a relief and a triumph. It really was. It made impossible things possible. There might be a new normal, and you learn to adapt things, and there is a way.